are here, and her handsome sidekick Albus. Thank you everybody for coming back and joining, and I believe this is episode 53, if I am remembering correctly on my notes. I wanted to thank everybody for being such good sports about my April Fool's Day joke last episode. A lot of you messaged me and said that I really got them and they thought I was leaving the Ada Army, and it's not the case. It was just April Fool's. So that was fun, and I got so many really nice comments and about the episode last week. I just really wanted to show my appreciation for everybody who what you see, handsome? You see the peoples? For everybody with their fun comments, and I'll let you know, apparently I was worried that maybe I shouldn't have shared the avocado story, but everybody loved it so much. So I will have to start designing effing avocado needle minder. I've got a couple ideas in the works, so thanks for everybody for enjoying my crazy family and my goofy stories. I'm back in the office. It's far from organized and clean, but I'm making progress. Actually, this red thing right here is like a three-tiered cart. Three-tiered cart that I have little containers in with all different styles of needle minders. And I have something else on order. It actually just got delivered right before I started filming. I got them both from Harbor Freight, and the other one is like a shelf with a bunch of little small containers, like a mechanic would use for a parts thing. It's like a shelf with little buckets. So hopefully that'll help me get organized more in the office, and so I won't be spread out in piles everywhere. So that was my project for part of the week, was trying to get this built and organized. I don't have any finishes this week. I've got a couple whips. I've got some, a little bit of haul, a piece of stitchy kindness, and I think that's about it. I do have a crazy life update story, but I'll save that to the end in case you're not interested and just here for the stitching. Okay, so let's jump into whips. So I was working last time I spoke to you on Halloween Quaker. Oops. And this is in my bag from Jasmine Ravenclaw. I am so lucky because I have two friends who are amazing bag makers. So Jasmine Ravenclaw and Lynn Dorney, they both make gorgeous bags, and I'm very lucky and have a project bag collection as the envy of all who see it. Okay, so you've probably seen it, but here it is, Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. This is such a gorgeous, 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 you're gonna fall, mister. My lap's not that big. Such a gorgeous stitch. Last time I think I showed you, I just started the witch's hat. So I completed the witch's hat and then started this motif here. I just absolutely love this. This is a needle minder in my shop, a vintage Halloween moon and witch. I can't say enough stuff about this. Is pure comfort stitching. I love it. Between the Quaker and the Halloween motifs and the color palette, it's so yummy and so wonderful. But I forced myself to get away from it because Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives and I decided we were going to sell Halloween Royalty by Madame Chantilly, and for some reason we just picked the arbitrary date of April 1st. As you remember, that was my April Fool's Day 46 count piece. Let's I'm trying to find a picture of the chart for you. Bear with me here. That's the actual chart. This is in one of my Lindorny bags. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. That's the chart, Halloween Royalty. We have a stitch along, and the hashtag for that is hashtag Halloween Royalty Sale. I started at the top and am working my way down. So I started with the crown and this area. There's still some more fill in with those leaves. And I worked on the dopey little prints. And then this chair was just getting a little fiddly. I think there's some mistakes in the chart on the chair. And so I was kind of fudging it a little bit. And then my brain was hurting. So he's really cute. I mean, he is that dopey hair coming out of his pumpkin head, and I mean, I love it. It's gonna look great, and I think he's probably the fiddliest of the three people. The Queen and the King have more big chunks of color, so I think the stitching will go by a lot quicker. But I was getting a little frustrated with the chair, and I decided, I'm gonna move on. So I pulled out a new start, which is Viva La Frida. This is from Snowflower Diaries. Always want to say Spoonflower or Snowflake Diaries. This is what it looks like right here, and this is a close-up. Look at Frida's monkey. So the colors that they call for in this are like a weird type of floss that I think is European based. So I kind of made my own color conversion. And so, oh, that bird isn't really, there's a green bird there, but he's not really showing up. Maybe if I get closer. So this is the corner, the upper left corner. And then there's a butterfly in the middle, and then this motif repeats over here. And then like right here, Frida starts. So I've got my Frida Kahlo needle minder here. She's in my shop. And then this lacy stuff, it's in the corners, and then it's just a straight X line down as like a border. But this is really fun. Like I said, I did my own color conversion. They're really bright colors, but I think that's appropriate for Frida Kahlo. I mean, she's a bright, or was a bright, vibrant artist and lived a colorful life, so I might have to backstitch that bird if he's not showing up at all there. And you could see him in person, but he might need a little backstitching. I might have to backstitch that little bird. But so Viva La Frida, this was my start on her. I just needed a little breather from the from that chair for the pumpkin guy. So that was all the stitching I did for this week, were those 3 pieces. You just can't get comfortable, can you? You're so handsome. So haul. First, I'll show you, I got this card from Jean. Ooh. Hold please. See if I can reach it. This is a really cute card. It's from a humane society, and this guy used to be a homeless pup, and now he's been adopted and living a good life with his family. So I thought that was a really cute card. And Jean sent me this sticker. It says Felton, and apparently there is a Bigfoot museum, Bigfoot hunting museum, I think she said, in the town she lives in, which is Felton, California. She says it's very close to her house, and they printed these stickers as a fundraiser to help raise funds for the museum. I've got like crazy hair there. So she sent me one, and I thought it was so cool and so sweet, and I love the artwork on it. And if I ever am anywhere remotely near Felton, California, I am going to have to make a trip to the Bigfoot Museum. I would love to see what they have in there. I mean, what is in the Bigfoot Museum? I mean, anyway, it looks great. I would love to go see that. And then one day I was at Keepsakes and I saw somebody had ordered this chart, and I said, I would like one of those too. Can you place an order for me? It's by Tumbleweeds, a division of Little House Needleworks. You see that? Sorry for the glare. It says if a girl wants to be a legend, she should just go ahead and be one. So I was going to stitch this up for Etta in her bedroom, and but do it Etta colors. Apparently it's attributed to a quote by Calamity Jane, a frontierswoman of the Old West. Most of the, I looked at the rest of these, they look kind of babyish and like Western themed, which is not my jam at all. But this one, the quote was perfect, and I figured Etta needed that. Can you see? His whole head is like asleep on my arm. Honey, I need this arm back. And then perhaps the most exciting piece of haul I got this week was I got my first installment of Fabric of the Month from Jody of Steel City Stitchers. Now she is doing this a little differently than other Fabric of the Month. Everybody's getting something different. You tell her what count fabric you want, and she just picks for you. So you get 2 pieces of fabric, and this is, I have 18 count, and these are the 2 colors, and oh my gosh, they are so yummy. Now her club is full because she's just one woman doing this. It's not a big, you know, she doesn't have a whole sweatshop going on, but oh my God, look at that. It's so yummy. And I believe it's full, but she does have a wait list, so you could reach out to her. Jody, I think it's jfavish at on Instagram is her Instagram handle. But you know, she's the Dying Wizard. Ooh, look at that. The Dying Wizard of Steel City Stitchers. So this way, everybody can have a Jody. So I am so lucky that I got in the club, and that I've got some Jody fabric to stitch on, and it's gorgeous, and I wish her all the success. And you guys are going to have to, I don't know, pull a galooly and maybe knock the kneecaps out of somebody so you could get in the club too, because the minute she posted this, it was like, everybody was, it filled up almost instantaneously. So, and you can see why. So it's fun because everybody's posting their fabrics because everybody got different stuff, so there's no spoilers. So I think that is all my stitching content. So I'm going to give you a Colleen story time, and if, oh, wait, one more thing. Needle minders. I've posted some new needle minders, and I have one new needle minder in the shop that I think, and this, I've mentioned it a couple times, but I haven't said anything. It's Rebel Stitcher Designs on Instagram and Facebook, and I just list everything there of what I have, and people just go and me please and leave me your PayPal, and I send you an invoice. It's very low key in that sense, but I do have one new design, and let's see if you recognize the likeness. You see that? It says Albus Fan Club Rebel Stitcher, and please excuse my gross chewed up fat fingers. So this is the new needle minder in the shop. It's not enamel like I usually have. My designs are metal, but this is resin, but it's a nice resin. So this is, if all of you people who love Albus and want to be part of the Albus fan club, here's a needle minder for you. And look at him. Is he so handsome? So handsome. So I was excited when these came in. I just added them up. I added them in the shop, I think, yesterday. And so if you are an Albus fan club member, there you go. He finally has his own merch. Because let's face it, everybody tunes in for this guy. Nobody wants to see this ugly mug. They want to see him. Okay, so story time with Colleen. A couple weeks ago, I was dropping Walker, my son, off for school. And I was in a parking lot. It wasn't the school parking lot, it was adjacent. And I was parked in a parking spot, and I go to back up, and I hit a car that was illegally parked perpendicular to me. So if this is me, let's see, if this is me in the parking spot, she was like parked perpendicular like this. So I looked this way, I didn't see anybody, but she was over here. So I get out of the car, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. She just starts cursing me out and acting like a crazy person. So I was like, well, let's exchange insurance information, and, you know, we'll take it from there. And she refused to give me her insurance. So I said, okay, well, I guess I'll call the police, because, I mean, what was coming out of her mouth, and I just wanted to make sure I did the right thing. So I called the police. They said, okay, you're both kind of at fault because you hit her, but she was parked illegally. It cancels each other out. It's also on private property, so we don't give tickets. So nobody's going to get, it was just an incident report basically was written up. No blame was assigned. And they said, you know, she needs to give you her insurance information, but she refuses. And I said, well, I don't feel comfortable just giving her mine. We need to exchange it. So, you know, she left after that. A couple days later, this woman shows up at my house asking for my insurance information. So I said, sure, absolutely, let's swap. She starts cursing me out again. You effing bitch, you hit me, blah, blah, blah. Going like absolutely crazy. I said, she's like, I'm gonna sue you. This is all your fault. You're terrible. I'm not gonna give you my insurance information. I said, okay, do what you got to do. And I went in the house and I called the police again. They said, there's no way she should have gone to your house. If she shows up again, call the police. Apparently she went and got that incident report, looked up my address, and came here. So a week or so went by. I get a letter in the mail. She's now suing me for damages to her car. So, which could very easily just be solved by exchanging insurance information. So that was bizarre in and of itself, but whatever, it's a nuisance, we'll deal with it. I'll go to small claims court. Hopefully we can exchange our insurance information and move on. Well, just before we filmed, FedEx dropped off an envelope in it, which I thought was a little weird because it looked like a legal document kind of envelope. And there was a letter from the producer of the Judge Mathis show. It's like a Judge Judy, but it's like a guy, and I guess it's the new iteration of it, where we see that somebody is suing you, and we think your case would be the perfect case for our show. And they want to fly us out to Chicago for all expense paid trip and blah, blah, blah. And I need to call this number to give them my court number and all this stuff. So this woman is trying to get a free vacation to Chicago and get on the Judge Mathis show from this court thing. I mean, it is so bizarre. So obviously I have no interest in doing this. So I don't know if that's going to set her off even more. But yeah, this is a saga that just when you think you've hit the end of the weirdness, another layer piles on top. So I don't know. I guess, you know, I can assure you will not see me on the Judge Mathis show. I will go to our regular small claims court in Cincinnati and deal with this silliness. But so that's story time with Colleen. I've been doing this for over a year. I still don't have a good send-off, so just enjoy your stitching. And Albus says hello to the peoples, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.